So what's up, everybody? Today we're talking a little bit more about Johnny Depp trial. Yesterday was quite interesting. There was a deposition of Carino, which was the agent at one time of both his ex-wife, Johnny Depp ex-wife. I'm gonna refer to her as her. Was her agent and also Johnny Depp. So what we have learned is that in that period, Carino was also a confidant, and she filed for a restraining order against Johnny Depp, not even informing Johnny Depp lawyers. We have learned that through Wasser, divorce lawyer of Johnny Depp, that she testified yesterday, saying that they went on, the legal team of her went on filing a restraining order against Johnny Depp without even notifying Johnny Depp lawyers team. So what is interesting is that after the restraining order, her wanted to meet Johnny Depp and used basically Carino as a moderator to organize the meeting. And of course, it was difficult because there was a restraining order against Johnny Depp, so her promised they will not denounce him for infringing on the thing if they met on the restraining order. At the time, Johnny Depp was in San Francisco touring with Hollywood Vampire, if I remember correctly, fronted by Alice Cooper. Funny enough, in 2014, I was walking under Johnny Depp's ex-house, I think, and at the traffic light, in a very strange, bizarre car, I saw Alice Cooper driving up. So I thought, maybe he bought that house. So that was kind of funny anecdote of being in LA for the first time. Anyway, what is interesting is that they organized the meeting, and they met in San Francisco. They talked for hours. Carino also revealed that she was dating already Elon Musk before they divorced, before her and Johnny Depp divorced, which is quite revealing. They both denied, Elon Musk also denied that he knew the couple previous to the divorce paper, but Carino seems to say that they already knew each other, they were already dating. That does not mean they were doing something, but they were already dating before. And there's also footage showing actually Elon Musk going up in the elevator with her to Johnny's penthouse in downtown LA. Man, the audacity. And we have seen also footage of James Franco in the same elevator riding up. I think one day after supposed argument Johnny Depp and her had. Amazing. Next level stuff, eh? Wow. Of course, you don't know what happened in the room. It's like you can invite somebody home and have a coffee, but okay, you can give the benefit of the doubt, but like they say out there, she probably has a big body count. You know what I mean? Seems more and more obvious, and it would be absolutely fine if a couple, Johnny Depp and his ex-wife, they have that kind of agreement together. They have that kind of open mind. There's all type of relationships out there. So if you're clear with each other, then it's totally fine. You do your thing. Everybody does their thing. Totally great. Of course, the problem emerges when you do this behind somebody's back. So this is what we learned from Carino deposition, which I think was quite revealing. And we also have learned how immediate, after the allegations came out, how immediate the branding, the wrong branding, the negative branding of Johnny Depp occurred. And it was immediately dropped by the studios, and he lost immediately the sixth episode of the Pirate of the Caribbean. So they wasted no time basically to depict him as a no-go in the studio, and he reveals that he was known it was known in the studios, okay, we don't work with Johnny Depp now. So, quite remarkable, if you ask me. I have to say, regarding the Elon Musk thing, I think Elon Musk was lucky, man. Was lucky to get out of it. Through Carino exchange of messages with her, we have also learned that when the relationship with Elon Musk came to an end, she shared some messages with Carino saying that she was upset that the relationship ended. Carino suggested also, like, you might want to start to date people that are not that super famous, not to be always in the eye of the media. You can be with a big man, but not famous. I don't know if he was referring to himself or, it's like you can be with an executive somewhere that it's not in the public press every single day. That could be. But we learned also that she did not love him from these messages. She was not in love. And again, I don't want to brand anybody, but perhaps you can kind of see it, like where this was going. Somebody that seems to be a social climber. She wants to have a career, and to have a career, you go to whatever length to be in the position to mingle with people of power and privilege, and that's what she did. I mean, Elon Musk definitely at the time was already worth probably like 20 billions or more. So absolutely one of the richest men on the planet. That's a lot of privileges, a lot of power. And I honestly, we don't know also how Elon Musk felt about her. But I can tell you that doesn't matter how bright you are, doesn't matter how genius you are, you can still fall for the wrong woman. I mean, like Chris Rock said somewhere, I think, I'm paraphrasing him, fresh pussy trumps everything. And I don't blame Elon Musk, of course. You get the attention of a young, beautiful woman, it's easy to fall. We are dumb. So that doesn't take a lot, to switch off the brain. But at the same time, I think what saved Elon Musk is probably his hyper-focus. The fact that he's hyper-focused on his life and he doesn't have time for the drama of others. And what we learned from the histrionic personality of her, that was also clarified to us thanks to the psychologist that testified a few days ago, Dr. Curry, that diagnosed her with several mental health problems, but not PSD, not post-traumatic stress disorder. In fact, she also, the doctor said that she exaggerated the thing which the diagnose, the papers you file in to find out if you have post-traumatic stress disorder, that there were clear indication of extreme exaggeration, basically lying, about your symptoms. So we have learned about this histrionic personality and, of course, the need for drama and attention. And probably what saved Elon Musk was that he's hyper-focused on his life, and he doesn't have time to the BS. And I think it really saved him, really. Even if perhaps in that moment he was infatuated. But she wasn't. And we get to that also in a second, what happened after. But can you imagine, now we speculate, can you imagine if the relationship went on with Elon Musk and things perhaps didn't work the way she wanted, her ways, and if allegation came out against Elon Musk, would have destroyed the whole freaking company, would have destroyed the entire company in no time. So I think Musk there dodged a bullet. Consider yourself lucky, man. Consider yourself lucky. But anyway, we also learned that after that, through the deposition of Carino, that her tried to kind of reconcile with Johnny Depp. Wow. Right? That's quite remarkable. And again, we have seen the footage of James Franco riding up in the elevator. Elon Musk riding up in the elevator to the penthouse with her. The audacity, unbelievable, the audacity. And we have a deposition now also of the cops, both cops, male and female, which they had the body cam and went through the apartment and showed no sign of altercation, of glass, and also no sign of injury. Both the cops testified that there was no visible sign of injuries on anybody. The doorman also deposed yesterday. There was the funnier deposition that the guy was in his car vaping and driving around and made a little bit people laugh. And he also testified that he once had to go up because basically the door was scratching on the door, and the two women, her and her friend, thought that somebody wanted to break in. And the doorman already knew that probably was the dog scratching a few inches from the floor. But he had to go up because it was his job to go and check that they were safe and check the house, and he did. And also to the alleged altercation, when it happened, he was there and he saw no sign of any injuries. So these all seem to point in the same direction here. It will be interesting to see. I think today she will depose her. So it will be interesting to see. And again, everything is pointing in the same direction. That my conclusion to this, it seems like somebody that she has quite some issues, and probably to a degree because of her conditions or narcissism, and I'm not justifying this, but I'm just saying the outcome. Somebody that it's so confused and like going back and forth in their issues, in their problems, in their mental health issues. She carried on this thing perhaps thinking that she would be protected by the Me Too movement and by obviously the privilege, by the advantages you can have as a woman being abused, because unfortunately this is how it is. It's less believable that a man has been abused, and it's way more believable in nowadays landscape that a woman is being abused. And today is also difficult for a man to speak about those things in general, or to speak for another man, so to speak. A lot of speaks there. Because you get put already in the manosphere. We want just the truth. And it's obvious that in today's political landscape, political correctness, it's easier to fake allegations if you are a woman. That's the sad truth. That's how it is. And if you don't understand that as a person, what consequences you can create leads to this. And to me, this is exactly what happened. A toxic relationship that turned sour, and she probably, because of her narcissism and issues, did not realize that taking on such a thing could escalate and carry on for a long time. And they did. It's like 6-7 years later now that this is coming to an end. But when you don't realize the consequences you can create, it's also scary. So we want the truth, and of course, justice be done, because at the end of the day, who really lost everything here is Johnny Depp. He had a career, he was a megastar, and is being basically destroyed by just some allegation, which the more we see this, the more they seem to be not true. So anyway, guys, leave a comment. Today we're going to see more. And always spread love. Be kind. Ciao.